Hello again and happy Saturday from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. Like the previous boy who unfortunately succumbed to the temptation to murder fellow students, this boy also had been bullied for his physical size, but contrary to Michael Carneal, he was short and heavy. And his explanation to the high school's teacher, I'm sorry, to the high school's principal was, "Life has wronged me, sir." More like an excuse. So Luke Woodham was born in February 1981. On October the 1st, 1997, so exactly 2 months before Michael Carneal, he murdered three fellow students. I'm sorry, three other people, including his mother, Mary Woodham, his ex-girlfriend, Christina Menifee, and the ex-girlfriend's friend, Linda K. Dew. So he first stabbed his mother to death and then shot those two girls to death in Pearl, Mississippi, United States. He was sentenced to life in prison in June 1998 for the murder of his mother. He was sentenced to 2 life sentences for the high school murders and 7 20-year sentences for his attempted murder convictions, also in June 1998. So on the 1st of October 1997, the 16-year-old Woodham first brutally beat and stabbed his mother, Mary Woodham, to death. When put on trial in court, he incredibly claimed not to have remembered killing his mother. Then he drove his mother's car to his high school, wearing a long coat to hide his rifle. When he entered the school, he began firing rampantly, killing his ex-girlfriend Christina Menifee and her friend Lydia Dew, and wounding 7 others before a teacher retrieved a pistol from his car and subdued Woodham. Okay, not the principal, but another teacher. And indeed, his excuse for the murders was, "Life has wronged me, sir." Woodham did confess to shooting his classmates, but as before mentioned, he claimed not to remember killing his mother. He pleaded insanity, but the jury rejected the insanity defense and instead found him guilty. A separate jury in Philadelphia, Mississippi, convicted Woodham of murdering his mother, 50-year-old Mary Woodham, who was beaten and stabbed. Defense attorneys argued in both trials that Woodham was legally insane at the time of the slayings. Minutes before he started the shooting, he gave the following message to a friend: "I am not insane, I am angry. I killed because people like me are mistreated every day. I did this to show society push us and we will push back. All throughout my life, I was ridiculed, always beaten, always hated. Can you, society, truly blame me for what I do? Yes, you will. It was not a cry for attention. It was not a cry for help. It was a scream in sheer agony saying that if you can't pry your eyes open, if I can't do it through pacifism, if I can't show you through the displaying of intelligence, then I will do it with a bullet." 1 week after the murders on October the 8th, 1997, Grant Boyette, Delbert Shaw, Donald Brooks, Wesley Brownell, Daniel Thompson, and Justin Sledge were arrested in suspicion of conspiring with Woodham to commit the shooting. During his trial, Woodham claimed to have gotten ideas of committing the murders by being involved with a satanic cult. He admitted being a Satanist and claimed that his friend Grant Boyette invited Woodham to join a satanic group known as the Croth, spelled with a K. He claimed that Boyette told him that he had potential to do something great. Woodham said that Boyette promised him he could get his ex-girlfriend back or get even through black magic. After his conviction, however, Woodham converted to Christianity, saying the following in a letter written to the already deceased Pentecostal pastor and writer David Wilkerson, who died in a car crash in 2011, by the way. "David, I receive your sermons through the mail. I am one of the school shooters. I'm the one they blame for starting it all off. On October the 1st, 1997, I went into Pearl High School and killed 2 students and wounded 7. I also killed my mother before this. After I came to jail, I got saved. If there is any way that I can help your ministry, I would love to. Maybe I could give you my testimony. I'll do anything to help. I look forward to your sermons each month. Conspiracy charges were filed against Shaw, Brooks, Brownell, Thompson, Boyette, and Sledge, accusing them of taking part in a conspiracy to assist Woodham in the murders. However, the charges were dropped by Judge Robert Goza at the request of District Attorney John Kitchens, who said Mississippi's conspiracy law would make proving the accusations difficult. The case of Daniel Thompson was transferred to youth court because he was 15 years old at the time. Woodham will be eligible for parole in 2046, aged 65. Hopefully, he truly has repented of his sins and will always follow the Lord Jesus Christ. Under 3 days after his last conviction, Woodham was removed from the Forest County Jail in Hattiesburg, and on June the 15th, 1998, he entered the Mississippi Department of Corrections, MDOC, system in the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility, or CMCF, in Rankin County. While at CMCF, Woodham underwent evaluation so he could be assigned to a permanent facility. Several weeks later, he was moved into the Mississippi State Penitentiary, or MSP, in Sunflower County. As of 2010, Woodham was incarcerated in Unit 29 of MSP as MDOC number R4682. His location last changed in June 2010. Grant Boyette and Justin Sledge still face 2 counts each of being an accessory to commit murder. Boyette was convicted and sentenced to the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman Boot Camp for 6 months and 5 years of supervised probation, while Sledge was sentenced to serve 4 months in reform school. Witnesses said that Woodham walked into a crowded atrium with hundreds of students, or atrium with hundreds of students milling about, and started blasting anybody he could find. He talked to at least one of the wounded. He apologized, said he was sorry, and was not shooting anybody in particular. The chubby sophomore who excelled in art was fleeing when an assistant principal rammed his car into Woodham's mother's vehicle to stop him. Choking back tears, Police Chief Bill Slade said Woodham had written a detailed note saying how he felt he'd been wronged, and so forth. Let's see if there's something else to read. He did say that he was so sorry when he was convicted again for the 2 girls' murders. So a very sad case, and I wish well for the victims, and I hope and pray that Mr. Woodham truly is a born-again Christian and will remain that way, and will also witness to others and urge them to turn to Jesus, not to guns.